It was a warm, sunny afternoon when a group of kids gathered around a small ice cream truck parked on the corner of the street. The truck was a colorful attraction, its bells jingling with each customer that walked up, eager for a cool treat on the scorching day. Among the kids, there was a young boy named Sam, no older than 10, who looked longingly at the ice cream cone in the hand of the child ahead of him. He had only a few coins in his pocket, not enough to afford the ice cream he craved. His stomach rumbled, but he was too embarrassed to ask for help. He shuffled nervously by the truck, watching the others with a sad look in his eyes. Unbeknownst to Sam, a man in his mid-40s stood near the truck, watching the scene unfold. The man was dressed in an expensive suit, his polished shoes shining in the sunlight, his sunglasses perched confidently on his nose. He had been quietly observing the kids around him, remembering the days when he was young and carefree. The kids were all laughing and joking, their smiles wide with excitement over their sweet treats. The man walked up to the ice cream truck and caught the attention of the vendor. With a friendly smile, he asked, "How much for a scoop of your finest vanilla?" As the vendor spoke, the man's eyes shifted to Sam, who was still standing in the background, watching others devour their ice cream. The sight tugged at his heart. Without a second thought, the man turned to the kids and said, "I'll buy ice cream for everyone in line today, including you," he said, pointing at Sam. Sam's eyes widened in disbelief. "Really?" he asked, his voice shaky with excitement. "Yes, really," the man replied, smiling warmly. "Go ahead, pick whatever you want." As Sam hesitated for a moment, unsure if it was a dream, the other kids began to cheer. The atmosphere was filled with excitement as the ice cream vendor began to scoop and serve cones for everyone. Sam picked out his favorite flavor, chocolate chip cookie dough, and as he handed the vendor his coins, the man placed his hand gently on Sam's shoulder. "You don't need to pay for that, my friend," he said, his voice soft but firm. Sam's eyes filled with gratitude as he clutched the cone in his hand, feeling the cool ice cream melt into his fingers. The other kids surrounded him, all happily chatting and enjoying their treats, but Sam couldn't help but glance back at the man, who was now sitting on a bench nearby, watching the scene unfold. Just as the kids finished their cones and began to run off to play, Sam walked toward the man, unable to contain his curiosity. He had to know who this stranger was, who had been so kind to him and the others. "Thank you so much," Sam said shyly. "Why did you do that?" The man turned to Sam, his smile widening. "Sometimes a little kindness goes a long way," he said. "I believe it can change a life." Little did Sam know, that simple act of generosity was only the beginning of something extraordinary. As Sam stood there, holding his ice cream cone, he couldn't help but feel that something about this stranger was different. He wanted to ask more questions, but the words seemed stuck in his throat. The man, however, seemed to sense the curiosity lingering in Sam's eyes. "What's your name, kid?" the man asked, breaking the silence. "Sam," the boy replied, still a bit awestruck. "And yours?" The man chuckled softly, standing up from the bench and adjusting his sunglasses. "You can call me Alex," he said. "But it's not important who I am. What matters is how we treat others, don't you think?" Sam nodded, though he still felt there was more to this mysterious man than met the eye. "Thank you again," he said earnestly, as if he couldn't say it enough. "I've never had anyone do something so nice for me before." Alex gave a small nod, his expression shifting as he looked around the street. The kids were all scattered now, playing games and laughing, oblivious to the deeper conversation taking place. The noise from the ice cream truck faded as the two stood in quiet company. "Tell me, Sam," Alex asked, looking at the boy with a serious expression. "What do you dream of? What do you want in life?" Sam's eyes widened at the question. Nobody had ever asked him something like that before. Most people just assumed he was a kid who didn't know anything about the world beyond his small neighborhood. He scratched the back of his head, trying to find the right words. I don't know. I just want to be happy, Sam said after a long pause. I want to help my mom and dad. They work so hard, but we don't have much. I want to go to school and maybe become a doctor one day. But I don't think that will ever happen. My family doesn't have enough money. Alex's gaze softened, and he placed a hand on Sam's shoulder again. You know, I used to think the same thing, Alex said. That dreams were just things for other people. People with money, connections, opportunities. But that's not true, Sam. Everyone has a chance to change their life. You just have to believe it and take action. Sam looked up at Alex, his heart racing. Could this man really be telling him something that would change everything? You see, Alex continued, I wasn't always like this. I didn't grow up with everything handed to me. I had to work hard for everything I have. But what I learned along the way is that success isn't about money. It's about your mindset. It's about how you treat people and how you believe in your own potential. You, Sam, are capable of more than you know. Sam could barely process everything Alex was saying. For a brief moment, it felt as though time had stopped, and the world around him was no longer the same. This man, this stranger who had bought him an ice cream, was speaking to him like he had some incredible purpose. How do I start? Sam finally asked, his voice trembling slightly with both excitement and fear. Alex smiled, his eyes glinting with something more than just kindness. I'll tell you how. But first, let me show you something. Before Sam could respond, Alex pulled out his phone and unlocked it. He navigated to a photo album, then handed the phone to Sam. The photo that appeared on the screen left Sam staring in shock. It was a picture of a large, grand building, a mansion of sorts, and standing in front of it was Alex, smiling. But what caught Sam's attention the most was the car parked in the driveway. A sleek, luxury car with the logo of a high-end sports brand gleaming under the sun. I was once where you are, Alex said, his voice soft but firm. But it was my belief in myself and the people I chose to help along the way that led me to where I am today. Sam blinked in disbelief, his heart racing. The man before him wasn't just a stranger with a few extra dollars to spend on ice cream. He was a successful entrepreneur, a millionaire, and somehow he had chosen to share his story with Sam. I didn't want you to just see me as a random guy who buys ice cream. I wanted you to see that anything is possible. And if you're willing to work for it, believe in yourself, and always give back to others, you too can build your own dreams. Sam stood frozen, the weight of Alex's words sinking in. But there was something else, something deeper, that stirred inside him. This wasn't just about ice cream. It was about a new beginning. Little did Sam know, this chance encounter would set him on a journey that would forever change the course of his life. In the days that followed, Sam couldn't stop thinking about his encounter with Alex. The words the millionaire had shared echoed in his mind, like a mantra he couldn't shake. Believe in yourself, help others, and dreams can come true. It all seemed so surreal, but there was something in Alex's eyes, something that told Sam this wasn't just some passing conversation. This was the beginning of something bigger. Sam returned to school the next day, but the usual routine felt different. He sat in class, staring out the window, imagining what life could be like if he had the chance to change everything. He started to study harder, his teachers noticing his newfound determination. It wasn't just about grades anymore, it was about his future. Over the next few weeks, Sam worked tirelessly. He stayed after school, asking questions and working through problems he hadn't understood before. He helped his classmates whenever they struggled, remembering Alex's advice to help others. Slowly but surely, his confidence grew. He no longer felt like a kid who would be stuck in a small world. He felt like he was part of something much bigger. One afternoon, as Sam sat on his porch, finishing his homework, he noticed a familiar car pulling up in front of his house. His heart skipped a beat as he saw the sleek sports car that had been in the photo Alex showed him. Alex stepped out of the car, dressed casually but with the same confident air about him. "Mind if I have a word?" Alex called out as he approached Sam. Sam stood up quickly, his nerves tingling with excitement. "Of course. What's going on?" Alex smiled, his eyes gleaming. "I've been watching you, Sam. I've seen the effort you've been putting into your schoolwork, how you've started helping others, and how you're not letting anything hold you back. You're on the right path." Sam could hardly believe his ears. He had been trying his best, but he never imagined someone like Alex would notice. "You've got potential, kid. Real potential," Alex continued. "But you're going to need some guidance to get where you want to go. I've been talking to some people, and I think I can help you. I want to offer you a scholarship, a chance to attend a special program that'll give you the skills you need to go further, way further than you've ever dreamed." Sam's mind raced, unable to comprehend the gravity of what Alex was offering. A scholarship? For him? His heart pounded in his chest as he stammered. "Wait, are you serious?" "I'm dead serious," Alex said with a grin. "You've got something special inside of you, Sam. It's more than just working hard. It's the way you think, the way you treat people, and the way you're not afraid to dream big. I see that in you, and I want to help make sure you reach those dreams." Sam could barely process the words, but deep down, he knew this was the opportunity of a lifetime. This was the moment his life would change forever. Over the next few months, Sam entered the program Alex had recommended. It was a mentoring initiative that connected young people from difficult backgrounds with successful entrepreneurs, offering training in business, leadership, and self-development. Sam threw himself into the program with everything he had, absorbing every piece of knowledge, every lesson, every bit of wisdom he could. And the results were clear. Sam's grades improved, his confidence soared, and he began to see a future he had never imagined. As he continued to grow, he stayed in touch with Alex, who became more than just a mentor. He became a friend, a guide, and a reminder that no dream was too big. Years later, Sam graduated from the program with honors and went on to attend a prestigious university on a full scholarship. He became a successful entrepreneur himself, just like Alex, and made it his mission to give back, just as he had been taught. One day, as Sam sat in his office, reviewing some new business proposals, he got a call from an unknown number. It was a message he had been waiting for. When he picked up the phone, the voice on the other end was familiar. "Sam, it's Alex," the voice said with a grin. "You've done it. You've made it. Now, it's your turn to pay it forward." Sam smiled, his heart swelling with pride and gratitude. He had done it. And just like Alex had done for him, he now had the power to change someone else's life. It all started with a simple act of kindness, an ice cream cone, a conversation, and a belief in the impossible. And for Sam, that moment would forever be the catalyst for a life he once thought was out of reach.